Hello.
The boy's a bit
Do some
simple, but
enchantment.
he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Enchantment!
Nobody has that equipped yet.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Rid of our junk. Maybe we'll wait. Buying potions for now. Buy some more flasks. Some of this that we'll need later. Okay. Nope, that's what I want actually. Okay. Just gonna buy all these gifts so his little quest marker goes away. Oh, no, we can't fit any more in. I'll have to give away some. Shit. I didn't do that in the best way. Okay, we'll sell that. This. Maybe that. That. Okay, I think that's it. Now we'll give them their gifts.
Is that
I think
for
that
me?
one first.
Really? Wow. Wow. Is that for me?
Yeah, okay. That was
Really?
right.
Wow.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Unexpected. Thank you.
Okay, I guess it doesn't matter if we take them all. Okay.
What do you wish of me?
Never mind. Only want to talk if it's going to move the
Why are
story
we
along.
stopping? As you
Yeah.
wish.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I'm Tyriani and I've never heard
He
of
never
you.
told you of old Levy? We've known each other
Oh,
for
don't be
years.
sad.
But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened
Hard to
next?
say. After King Olin died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
Alright,
Ask
so
for
what's the
truth.
favor?
My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name.
Right.
It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honor.
Not going by yourself?
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honor.
Alright, why didn't he help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
Alright. Alright, what do you need
I
from
can
me?
pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I will help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Okay. Bears. No beast is more beloved by Dirthaman than the bear. When the world was anew, Dirthaman gave one secret to each creature to keep. The foxes traded their secrets to Androl for wings. The hares shouted theirs to the treetops. The birds sold theirs for gold and silver. Only the bears kept Dirthaman's gift. Deep within their dens, they slept the months away in the company of their secrets and nothing else. When Dirthaman discovered what had been done with his gifts, he snatched the wings from the foxes, silenced the voice of the hares, and turned the birds into paupers. But the bears he honored for their steadfastness. Dalish Tale, 9-8 Dragon. Normally it is almost unheard of for bears to attack travelers. they are in fact so shy and so inactive during the day that most people never encounter a bear at all. However, should a bear be provoked, they are remarkably dangerous. The normal placid-seeming creatures become enraged and can strike massive blows with their paws, capable of knocking a man off his feet. Giant spiders tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control of living beings, spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the Fade, tainting such creatures as these spiders to transform into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few and the full range of their abilities are unknown. The history of the Dryadens. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arlen's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all the lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and traveled under the name Derosher. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new, quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The Derosher merchant family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 Blessed, Sylvie Derosher uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride and perhaps her naivety, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arlen lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen, and a hero of the people of Ferelden. From the personal files of Levi. Okay. Sophia Dryden is Ferelden's light and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Arlessa Sophia Dryden was the young Arlen's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong, charismatic leader with much support from the banner. When Arlen finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught, and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however, in order to appease them. Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier's Peak with her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of an older time and unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arlen proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arlen's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus the rebellion against King Arlen was born. Arlen learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithing to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in the Ferelden politics, and left her side even as the king's forces lay siege to Soldier's Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophia Dryden. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. What's that up? Oh, it's just controls, okay. Wait, what did that say? you have one dagger. Give you that. Actually, it'll probably give you a helmet like that. Okay, full and heavy chainmail. Strength for that. Nope. But you can use it. Sure. Okay, gray iron splint mail. That's probably fine. I mean, it makes more sense, but it is not visibly appealing. Now she looks like Gwen. Spawn, I don't have anything new for you yet. Okay. These are exactly the same. She doesn't need that much fatigue. Oh, wait. Alright, so let's go sell all that junk.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
Actually, what's your story,
I
Bodan?
suppose since you told me about you being a Grey Warden, it's only fitting for me to be as open. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost Glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kal Sharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old tides fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? A noble woman came to my store. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
What happened then?
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tides. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
Better to do something with them than to leave them
That's
to rot.
exactly how I see it. The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
Fascinating story, thank
You're
you.
quite welcome. Now, is there anything the boy or
Quite
can get you?
welcome. Yeah, you didn't mention your son in your
yes.
tales.
I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think. And he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
Blood isn't all that important.
That's how I've always felt. As long as he's happy, so am I. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
And where did these goods come from?
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the lost tides, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming. People
What do you mean?
flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Yeah, better than having the Darkspawn
That's
take
what I
it.
tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Heard any
I hear
rumors?
news from Denerim that Tyrn Loghain has been declared the new regent. It makes sense, his daughter being the queen. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is.
Alright.
I'm sure
See
you'll be
wares.
pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Sell all the junk. What? Plus 2 dexterity.
He's probably like, I knew that already.
All right. All right.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
I forgot. We gotta do it this way. Okay. Let's do Red Cliff Village first.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I, should probably have told you earlier.
What's
Well,
on your mind?
let's see. I'll tell you this. We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
Yeah, you said he raised you.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Doesn't that make you heir to the throne? So you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
You still should have told me. Can't believe you're so stupid. I think I understand.
Good. I'm glad. It's not like I got special treatment for it anyhow. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
That sounds like a bunch of whining. What an awful thing to do to a child. Does she know the truth about you?
She may have, but I think it's more likely that she feared the rumors might be true. I can't blame her for that. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were
I was
young.
raised by dogs. Or I may as well have been the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that, I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man and well-loved by the people. He also was King Kaelin's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
More codex entries. Let's pick up some stuff first. Just grab this death root. Okay. King Calenhead Theron once famously declared, "The fate of Redcliffe is the fate of all Fereldans. Certainly the castle is the first and last defense for the sole land route into Ferelden, and the country has never fallen to any force that did not first capture Redcliffe. The castle, the castle, which despite being 3 times captured, is popularly described as unassailable. Also guards one of the largest and most prosperous towns in Ferelden. Redcliffe Village is well situated near the mountain pass to Orzammar and the Arlesian border, and so serves as center of foreign trade. For these reasons, Redcliffe is accounted an Arling despite the smallness of the domain. The inhabitants of Redcliffe Village are primarily fishermen or merchants who ship dwarven goods through the pass from Orlais to Denerim. When the entire village smells of smoked fish on certain late autumn mornings, the merchants and their finery do their utmost to pretend otherwise. Brother Genetivi. And an update on Alistair. Isidol's suspicions were unfounded, however. Alistair was not Eamon's son, but King Merrick's. Eamon sheltered the boy to hide his existence from Queen Rowan, Eamon's sister. Tomas!
Coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see the Arl. What do you mean? Is there a problem? Get out of my way. I have no time for slack-jawed fools.
So you...
No.
You don't
Is
know?
there a problem?
Has nobody out there heard?
What are you talking about? Heard what? I've heard the Arl's sick? That's what you mean? There's a civil war going on if you haven't noticed. Is there something I should care about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Heard what?
Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
Oh,
No army to
marvelous.
defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh my god, I'm so short. What up, bro?
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Caelan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors,
Damn.
murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago.
Just screaming
Evil
at the castle.
things surged from the castle.
Help!
We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil are you talking about? Why are you telling me this? What happened then? I can help you drive them back.
There are no darkspawn here, and nothing to gain. It is a fool's errand.
Oh, Stin, I should not have brought you. If there's a chance to rescue the Arl, we'll have to try.
Perhaps.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas,
Morgan
please
doesn't
tell
want to
Murdoch
help
what
anybody.
transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
Yeah, sure. Tell me more about
This is
yourself,
hardly
bro.
the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
Alright, that's
mean
true.
no offense. I just don't want to spend what little time we have left chatting instead of preparing.
Okay, yeah, that's...
Very well. Lock me with you.
That's fine, I'll see what I can do. Morgan disproves, of course. Doesn't want to help anybody.
Let us pray.
Let's see. Let's pick up this book. Oh, Thetis calendar. Okay. For most good folk, the details of our calendar have little purpose. It is useful only for telling them when the summer day festival will be held, when the snows are expected to begin, and when the harvest must be complete. The naming of the years are a matter for historians and taxmen, and few, if pressed, could even tell you the reason that the current age is named after dragons. It is 930 Dragon Age, the 30th year of the 9th age since the crowning of the Chantry's first divine. Each age is exactly 100 years, with the next age's name chosen in the 99th year. The scholars in Valrio advise the Chantry of portents seen in that 99th year, and Chantry authorities pore over research for months before the divine announces the name of the imminent age. The name is said to be an omen of what is to come, of what the people of Thetis will face for the next 100 years. The current age was not meant to be the Dragon Age. Throughout the last months of the Blessed Age, the Chantry was preparing to declare the Sun Age, named for the symbol of the Orlesian Empire, which at that time sprawled over much of the south of Thetis and controlled both Ferelden and what is now Navarra. It was to be a celebration of Orlesian imperial glory. But as the rebellion in Ferelden reached a head and the Battle of Riverdane was about to begin, a peculiar event occurred. A rampage. The rising of a dreaded high dragon. Dragons had been thought practically extinct since the days of Navaran dragon hunts, and they say that to see this great beast rise from the frostbacks was both majestic and terrifying. As the rampage began, and the high dragon decimated the countryside in its search for food, the elderly divine Faustine II abruptly declared the Dragon Age. Some say the divine was declaring support for Orlais in the battle against Ferelden, since the dragon is an element of the Dufale family heraldry of King Megrin, the so-called usurper king of Ferelden. Be that as it may, the High Dragon's rampage turned towards the Orlesian side for the Frostback Mountains, killing hundreds and sending thousands more fleeing to the northern coast. The Ferelden rebels won the Battle of Riverdane, ultimately securing their independence. Many thus think that the Dragon Age will come to represent a time of violent and dramatic change for all of Thetis. It remains to be seen. From The Studious Theologian, Brother Genetivi, in 925. He's got multiple books. Hey, it's Jeddah. Let's give her her husband's box.
Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds? My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since. I am.
Hey, Jeddah.
You've heard of me? Oh?
Yes.
Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh no. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot too. Maker's blessings upon you.
Sure thing, ma'am.
Good day.
I'm scared, Mother.
I'll have stuff to bring her later.
Want to go
We should have loaded up the wagons and taken our chances on the road.
Demonic possession.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just
hope
everything will be all right. So many have already died.
Sorry.
Oh, Caitlin, you look so sad.
I'll try to be more quiet.
Yes, weep quietly. No. Are you alright? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Have you tried looking for him? Why would he run off? What would you give to find him? You need to be strong, girl.
You will.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
Thank you so much. Please
Yeah, I'm here to
find
help
him.
everybody. Much to Morgan's distaste. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorization of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against anything living. They expand their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Next, the demons of hunger. In a living host, they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead, they feed upon the living. Theirs are the powers of draining, both of life force and mana. Next are the demons of sloth, the first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. In its true form, this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible, for such is sloth's nature. It hides and stalks, unaware, and when confronted, it sows fatigue and apathy. Demons of desire are amongst the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living and actively trick them into a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted, wealth, power, lust, and they will always end up getting more than they give. A desire demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. Strongest of all demons are those of pride. These are the most feared creatures to loose upon the world. Masters of magic and in possession of vast intellect. They are the true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages, and will bring other demons across the veil in numbers to achieve their own ends. Although what that might be has never been discovered, a greater pride demon brought across the veil would threaten the entire world. The Maker's First Children by Bader, Senior Enchanter of Ostwick, 812 Blessed. Okay. Alrighty. That stuff all sorted. Let's go over here and talk to these people.
You are of elven blood and a stranger, yet you defend a home that is not your own. We are grateful for that.
Is there a reason I shouldn't help?
Many elves claim we wouldn't do the same in return. I would like to think that is not true, but I cannot speak for all. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Yeah, I guess a blessing.
That is, I mean, of course. I'd be happy to. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness.
Morgan's so pissed
Blessed
about
art
this.
thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears, and tell him of our contrition.
Oh, and she turns around.
Why haven't Mother and Father returned yet?
The founding of the Chantry. Cordelius Draken, king of the city-state of Arlay, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year 15 Ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In 3 Ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, Draken knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. His first act of emperor, to declare the Chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the empire. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olessa the Montsemillard was elected to lead the new Chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justinia in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. From Ferelden, Folklore and History, Sister Patrine. Montsemillard, that is relevant in, Inquisition, when you actually get to go to Orlais. Okay. Let's find this girl's brother.
Is this where humans keep all their wisdom? Your behavior makes much more sense to me now.
The Blackstone regular be here after we solve everything. Okay, grab this death root. Oh, there's a box. Nice, a health potion. Lake Calenhad, no swimming. Why not? The waters of Lake Calenhad are steeped in legends. The Avar people say that it was once the site of Belanas, the mountain which stood in the center of the world, from which Korth the Mountain Father surveyed the earth and sky. But it was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater between. When the Lady of the Skies saw that Belanas was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The defenders believed that the waters of Lake Calenhad were blessed by Razikil, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. This was why they built the great tower on an island in the middle of the lake, hoping the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. But most of us know the legend of King Calenhad, which gives the place its name. It is said that Calenhad Thurin spent a year and a day in the Tower of Magi. Each day he drew a single cup full of water from the lake and carried it to the Formari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring of mail armor. The circle gave to Calenhad in the armor made from the lifeblood of the land itself. No blade could strike him, no arrow pierce him, so long as he stood on Ferelden soil. Thedas, Myths and Legends, Sister Patrine. Okay, there was a little barrel over here. Okay, just a mushroom. Just one mushroom in a barrel. Oh yeah, I think there's oil in here that we can get. A tattered shopping list. Why the hell not? Sugar, wheat flour, fillet knife, ginger for grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rouge or lesion. Also remember to ask if beeswax was available or will be available soon. Look at that. Oil.
Over with.
Oh my god, a fancy vase. How useful.
I am led to understand that the Qunari have their own mages as well. Is this so?
You would not understand.
Not understand? Is it mental capacity that you believe I lack? Or are you worried I will sympathize with my so-called brethren?
Take your pick.
Damn.
Is that supposed to make me angry?
It means I find myself wishing that your people held proper, civilized attitudes towards magic.
That is a rather hostile thing to say.
And yet you continue speaking. Astonishing.
Wow. Another book. Oh, The Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. Prior to the crowning of King Calenhad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and Terrans that warred with each other constantly over petty matters. Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a High-Ever merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Foranen, who made Calenhad his squire and dog handler. As the tale goes, Sir Foranen and his squire became caught up in one of the wars of unity at the time. Arl Meridian was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Foranen's own lord, a young fool of an Arl named Tenedor, no older than Calenhad, was besieged by Meridian's forces at his castle, today known as West Hill. When Meridian called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for a volunteer from among the squires, someone who could masquerade as Tenedor in the parley party. Calenhad kneeled before Tenedor and asked for the honor. Much to Tenedor and Sir Foranen's dismay, Calenhad immediately identified himself to Arl Meridian. When asked by the Arl while he was there, Calenhad explained that he had been asked to take the place of his lord. The Arl said that he had planned to kill Tenedor. Was Calenhad willing to die in his lord's place as well? Calenhad impressed Meridian and his allies by saying that he was. Meridian offered Calenhad a place as his own squire, but Calenhad refused, stating that if Meridian had planned on betraying the right of parley, he was no man of honor. Meridian's allies laughed at that, and Meridian himself conceded that Calenhad had a point. He allowed Calenhad to return to the castle safely and launched his final assault. During the assault, both Tenedor and Foranen were killed, but Calenhad found himself in one-on-one combat with Arl Meridian. In front of all Meridian's allies, Calenhad defeated the Arl and commanded he call off his armies. The Arl asked Calenhad who he professed to serve now, if both his knight and his lord were dead, to which Calenhad replied that he would do as his honor bade him to, for he had nothing else. "You are not a man known for your honor," Calenhad said, "but I believe you wish to be. You allowed me to live once, and so now I do the same for you. Perhaps if more of our people lived by honor, we would learn to trust each other long enough to live together." And with that, Calenhad withdrew his sword. "I am humbled by your words," Arl Meridian told Calenhad, dropping to one knee. To his allies he shouted that he now knew he would never be king, but he knew who should be. With that, Meridian pledged allegiance to Calenhad, whom he named Terran and ruler of Tenedor's lands. From the Legend of Calenhad, Brother Heron, 810 Blessed. Just go ahead and pop up here, even though I think we need a key for that. Yeah. Oh, wait, bookcase. Cautionary Tales for Adventurers. It was then that he realized he wasn't alone. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. It reminded him of a previous life, so long ago when he was happy. Running on the sunflower fields with his boy, the sun on his face, laying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him, the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelled like darkspawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hands of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second most terrifying thing he would see in his life. A shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him, the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever even had a family. For a brief moment, he felt relief. You can't lose something you've never had. But being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. You could see a smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. It felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly, all sorrow left him, and with it, the last bit of life he had. Before his limp body hit the ground, it was all over. He was finally free. Cautionary Tales for the Adventurous by Brother Ramos of Guillermi. 794 Storm. Okay. Yeah, well, let's find the kid. Hello, someone in there?
This isn't your home.
A small human. I say burn it out.
Goddamn, Sten.
What are you doing? All right, I'll come out. Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the Chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
Your sister's looking for you, you know.
I just didn't want to be at the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
How is hiding in the dresser being
I
brave?
wasn't always in here. I hid when I heard you coming. Well, I shouldn't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help.
Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
You had the right idea. You are indeed very brave. What a foolish boy. Don't make me laugh. You don't think you're a bit young to fight? Where's the sword now?
No. Well, maybe the sword was too heavy for me. I guess I'm not as strong as I thought I was.
You'll grow up eventually,
That doesn't
don't
help
worry.
us now. Caitlin says everyone's going to die tonight.
Maybe so. Nothing is certain. Be brave, remember? It's very likely there's nothing you can do. Not if I'm here to help, they won't.
You must be very brave. I wish I was like you.
You should go back to your sister.
Oh, alright. I guess. Should we play
I
mad?
guess.
But I'll go.
Still no sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Tell them to maintain what?
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
Just
The
stay
Maker
safe.
sent you. I just know it. Thank you again.
Oh, wait. This was wrong, because I can't talk to Dwayne yet. Alright, Murdoch, what you got for me?
You're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
Okay, damn. And why would you think that? I don't think the Darkspawn cares who
You
kills
haven't
them.
noticed there aren't Darkspawn around these parts? Not yet, anyway. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle.
Oh, he didn't realize he was the mayor. Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What's with that voice change? Yeah, sure, we'll start with how's morale.
About what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
And what can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
I'll see what I can do.
If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
Okay.
Have you spoken to Owen? Is he not the most We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses. He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out. Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen?
Damn. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
Don't drink with him. That's how he sucks you in. Just my luck, our success hinges on the most foolish drunk of a smith ever to grace the Maker's lands.
Alright.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I prefer not to speak through the door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Like, that was easy.
Somebody's been drinking.
Excuse me.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Yep. It's full info.
The Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Funny, you didn't sound like an elf through the door. Can't say I expected that. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Yeah, why'd you lock yourself in here?
My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
I will rescue your daughter.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
What about the militia? They need your help. I'll just stay up
Not
to
good
my best.
enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
Alright,
I'll accept
promise you
that.
I'll find her.
It's something to hope for, at least.
Oh, lovely. Shall we next begin rescuing kittens from trees?
Is this a promise we will not keep?
Let's hope not.
Damn.
What's this?
I said nothing to you, human.
Damn.
And I suppose there's no point in me sitting around, is there? Time to relight the forge and get the smithy going, eh? Murdoch will be pleased. If you need
happy to
anything
help.
done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Goddamn,
I
guys.
must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
Okay. Nice to see you have some
I've you
purpose.
to thank for that, stranger. Just do what you've promised, and it will have been worthwhile.
Alright, let's talk
Right.
business.
I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Wow, you really don't have much. Okay. Guess that's all I needed then.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it. I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however. Fine. I don't think there's anything you'll need in there. But it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I filled it up.
Yeah, I can
Not
use
if I'm
this.
going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Thanks, bro. Okay, yeah, indeed. None of this is useful, but we'll sell it later. Okay. Well, let's go over this way anyway. I'm not sure if there's anything. Looks like some death root.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest?
What's that there?
To you, perhaps, you would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates. Major...
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantegan the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget. I have a good...
Okay. I'm happy about that.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home. No, have to run the place. It's not like I could stop people like you anyway. The name's Dwyn. Pleased to meet you. Now, kindly tell me why you're here.
Murdoch says he needs
So
your help
what?
for the militia.
You recruiting for him? I'll tell you what I told Murdoch. I'm not risking my neck for this town.
Either you die out there or you die in here.
That's what it comes down to, huh? Fine. I'll go. If you want me out there so badly. Don't thank me. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this because of you. Go tell Murdoch he won. And I better see you out there in the square when those creatures come.
That's crazy. Oh, look at that, Morgan. You leveled up. And one there. Okay, let's see. That would be a good way to go. This is nice. Oh yeah, we want Mana Clash for sure. Right. Don't have anything for that yet, so. We'll go talk to Sir Perth, go get their blessing, sell all of our junk. And then we'll be ready to go. Fight the undead. Oh, here we go.
Moving on.
Not really anything good, but that's fine. I think this is an inn. It's got a few things in it. Or a tavern, whatever. Graffiti and Red Cliffs Tavern. Don't eat the cheese.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
Not at all.
Brave words. Brave words. Well, we'll see when night falls, won't we? So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Let's see what you have.
I've got some supplies, too, in case you're interested. With the store closed down, it doesn't hurt to pick up some of the slack, eh?
Oh, yes, yes. And we'll get some flasks. Yep, that's probably fine. Okay.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Yeah, what do you know about the elf in the corner?
He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy. Keep safe.
That's mighty kind of you to help us.
I'll drink to
We
you.
thought nobody had come so high.
Okay, nothing back here. Beric.
Not looking for company.
Shouldn't you be with the
Why?
militia?
I don't live here. Just
What are you
waiting
doing
until I
here?
can leave again. What? How did you know that? Well, that's my name. Why?
Yeah,
What?
so you're waiting for your brother?
Oh, yes. He was supposed to meet me here. And then I got stuck here when monsters from the castle attacked.
Then why aren't you
I was
helping
told
fight?
I didn't have to. I stay in the chantry at night, and I come here to be alone, that's all. Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to... just leave me alone.
What do you mean, what were you
Nothing.
told to do?
Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people. If
Yeah, wouldn't it just
but
be
I
easier
never-
just tell me what you're hiding?
Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, They just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
So you know what happened?
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
Yeah, and
A
who are
tall
they?
fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Howe. Arl Rendon Howe. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong. Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle. Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions.
Oh, a
and
letter.
everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should defend Redcliffe tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Okay, let's read this letter. Berwick, we need your eyes and ears in Redcliffe. Stay in the village, keep your head down, and watch the castle. Report any changes, and you'll be well paid. Oops, got stuck. Oh, that's a landmark tree. There we go.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit, I do not know how to address an elf in your position. I do not wish to be rude.
You just call me by my name.
Kindly. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now, my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Hey, you mentioned
When
something about the
Arl fell
urn.
sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Can no one find the other knights and bring them back?
Eventually, perhaps. The ones I have here were those near enough to recall within the last few days. I only returned myself because I was passing by Redcliffe and heard the news of strange attacks.
So they left the castle defenseless.
A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there, or were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood. The Owl once
why did that
employed a
Arlessa
scholar,
do
Brother
this?
Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told. As you wish. No one told me.
Consider using the oil.
Oil, you say? How much exactly?
Excuse me.
Assuming that would hurt them. Yes, I see what you have in mind. That might be effective, if used carefully. Yes, excellent idea. I'll send some men to collect the oil. We'll use it to slow these creatures down. Have you anything else to ask me in the meantime?
Yeah, is there
We have
anything else I can
sufficient
do to
armor
help?
and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Alright, I'll see what I can
That
do.
gladdens my heart to hear it. No,
Anything
nothing comes to
else?
mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are. As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Say no more.
Alright, thanks, dude.
Sort of like coming home again, but with more undead.
I hope setting those creatures alight works, and kills them quickly before they stumble into the wood and thatch of the house.
I don't think we can do this yet, but we'll see. Nope, we can't.
Yes? What can I do for you? I knew
Letter?
this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Alrighty. Ballad of Aisley. The wind that stirs their shallow graves carries their song across the sands. Heed our words, hear our cry, the grey are sworn, in peace we lie. Heed our words, hear our cry, our names recalled, we cannot die. When darkness comes and swallows light, heed our words and we shall rise. Ballad of Aisley, said to have been written after the Battle of Aisley, which ended the Fourth Blight, 520 Exalted. Arlessa Isidol. For the one who delivers the sacred ashes of Our Lady will have the esteem of Redcliffe and all the riches it is in my power to grant. The Arling of Redcliffe was a source of constant trouble for Emperor Ravel during the occupation. It was rumored that since each new report sent the Emperor into a fit of violent rage, his court had taken to poisoning messengers before they could deliver their accounts. Isidol's family was the 10th to be given the difficult task of governing Redcliffe, and since most of the previous Arls had either been murdered by their bands or beheaded by the Emperor, they did not approach the job with a great deal of enthusiasm. Isidol met Eamon, not realizing he was the rightful heir to her father's domain, and quickly became smitten with him for being part of the resistance. Never mind that it was her family he was resisting. Perhaps a bit too romantic for her own good, she insisted upon staying behind with Eamon when the rest of her family was driven out. Okay, anything else in here? A chest.
And done.
Alright. So, gotta go do this blessing. I'm back, Mother Hannah.
What is it you need, child?
Sir Perth needs holy protection for the
I have done
knights.
all I can for them. I pray for them each night and seek the Maker's forgiveness for their sins before they face their deaths. What Sir Perth seeks is something that is not in my power to give.
What do you
Perth
mean?
believes that I can protect them against these creatures, a shield only the Maker can provide, and that I withhold this power.
Well, can't you just tell him the Maker will watch over him? Morale is a powerful thing, you know.
You mean you want me to let them think the Maker protects them in a real sense? I will not lie to them like that.
Just give them
I
confidence.
suppose if they believed in the Maker's power, that belief would inspire them somewhat. It just seems like trickery. Very well. If it keeps them alive, I will do what I must. I have a number of silver-cast holy symbols. Tell Sir Perth that he can have them, and that wearing them will confer the Maker's protection. Now please, let me tend to these poor folk. I must do what I can, and I suggest you do the same.
Very well. Okay.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. We may just make it. I have...
Okay. We'll come back to that in a second. Save real... Oh, wait. No. We gotta have a nice looking save. That's pretty good. Okay. Pop up here real quick.
What do you need?
That was a mistake. That was not what I intended
The Knights
to do.
of Redcliffe are ready to fight at your disposal.
Okay. You said you wanted holy
Have you
protection?
spoken to the revered mother? Has she offered anything? If they are the same as the symbols worn by their priests, well, that would more than suffice.
I'm glad I
will
could
send
help.
some men to collect the amulets. Please give my regards to Mother Hannah for seeing some sense at last. As you wish, Grey Warden. Make a watch over you.
Gosh. I don't remember who I'm supposed to tell that we're ready to make the stand. So we'll run all the way back down. Murdoch.
The repairs are underway surprisingly quickly, considering how drunk Owen is. Are you sure? There's still time left if you need to talk with Sir Perth or do anything else.
Yeah,
And good
we're
luck to
ready.
you. You'll need it.
They're coming! Get to your positions! Make ready!
It's time, men. Know that we fight for the Maker and our arms. Light the traps. Burn these foul creatures.
Speak.
Oh, summon a wolf. Yeah, wolf, tackle him. Nice and saucy. Oh, now they're flaming undead. Great. Let's go. Knights guard the bad. But first, let's collect our riches. Okay, that was it. Head first. My wolf just howling the whole time. Probably too much. Oh, shit. You what, boy? So many of them. Oh, damn, Murdoch died. That's fair, but this guy had better stuff. Shit, y'all. Aw. You're so hurt.
Dawn arrives, and we survive the night. We are victorious. And though this victory came at great cost, we must remember none of us would be here were it not for the heroism of these good folk beside me. I thank you, dear lady. Truly the Maker smiled on us when he sent you here in our darkest hour.
There's still much to do.
Surely these people deserve some small celebration, don't you think? There is time yet.
Let us bow our heads and give honor to those who gave their lives in defense of Redcliffe.
Murdoch of Redcliffe, Mayor and beloved father, we salute you.
You and so many others who have perished here, walk with he who is your Maker. Long may you know the peace of his love.
With the Maker's favor, the blow we delivered today is enough for me to enter the castle and seek out your Arl. Be wary and watch for signs of renewed attack. We shall return with news as soon as we are able. Now, we've no time to waste. Meet me at the mill. We can talk further there.
Alright, dude. Oh, and we get a level up. Nice. Strength, con, dex. Okay, more strength and dex. Let's get... yeah, we'll do that. Dex, cunning. Yeah, we'll go con. Okay. Fuck it. No, I guess we had some codex entries. Undead. No, corpse. To anyone who doubts the wickedness of blood magic, I say, with your own hands, strike down the corpse of your own brother who fallen in battle to a Maleficar. Then we may discuss morality. Knight Commander Benedictus in the Letter to Divine 546 Exalted. The walking dead are not as the superstitious are wont to believe. The living come back for revenge. They are rather corpses possessed by demons. The shambling corpse, controlled by a demon of sloth, causes its enemies to become weak and fatigued. Corpses possessed by rage demons go berserk and simply wade into their opponent's mindlessness. Devouring corpses are held by hunger demons and fed upon the living. The more powerful demons rarely deign to possess a dead host. Oh, no. Gotta have a pretty save.
Were you really in that cage for 20 days?
It might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I
There we go.
Days, I
Really?
No.
Oh, too bad. That's got serious potential.
Definitely skipped him, but he said that he poses questions to travelers. Old woman.
May
Nope.
God bless you.
Alright, run up to the mill, talk to Tegan. And then we'll head inside the castle, deal with that. And then it'll be Circle of Magi time.
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
Yeah, why didn't you mention this
I knew you
before?
would choose to enter the castle instead of staying in the village. And we needed warriors. I'm sorry if I... Maker's breath.
Tigan. Thank the Maker, you yet live.
Isolde.
Tigan.
You're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over. And I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
Tigan. Careful, this could be an ambush.
Who is this woman, Tigan?
You remember me, Lady Isolde, don't you?
Alistair.
What's Isolde?
Of all the... Why are you here?
They are Grey Wardens, Isolde. I owe them my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... considering the circumstances...
Please, Lady Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tegan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and hunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tegan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
Okay, then we
The
must
king is
decide
dead,
quickly what to
and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
Alright,
I have no illusion
little
of
choice.
dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
Good. This is the way I'd prefer.
Then it's for the best. I would prefer to go inside with you, but I have no choice in the matter. Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
Damn. Let's see. Of course you're expendable. No. Alright, I understand. I'll do my best.
The Maker smiled on me indeed when he sent you to Redcliffe.
One fool plan on top of another.
But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Alright. Let's pop inside here. Oh, nice, a love letter. Correspondence Interruptus. A collection of embarrassing personal communications between the spoiled wealthy and their objects of obsession. You are filthy, a beast, such depravity I have never been forced to suffer. How words are so laden when they leave your lips is beyond decent imagining. Madam, I love you. Sir Oggold. Wait.
I locked myself in the... Ah, good times.
More of these?
Hello? Who's there? Is there anyone alive out there? Wait, you don't look like the Arlessa's guards. Are you from outside the castle?
Possibly. Who are you supposed to be? Are you the mage Lady Isolde mentioned?
Spoken to her? Then you know what I did.
No, I didn't ask.
Then perhaps some explanation is in order. My name is Jowan. I'm a mage Lady Isolde hired to tutor her son Connor. Until they, threw me into the dungeon here.
Yeah, she mentioned a mage was behind it all.
I poisoned Al Eamon, but that's all I did. I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
And why did you
I was
poison
instructed
Arl?
to by Terran Logain. I was told that Al Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Logain would settle matters with the Circle. You see, I'm a Maleficar, a blood mage.
You? A blood mage? Truly? I would never have guessed.
A blood mage? Well, that isn't good.
I dabbled in the forbidden arts, and they condemned me to death for it. I thought Logain was giving me a chance to redeem myself. But he's abandoned me here, hasn't he? Everything's fallen apart, and I'm responsible. I have to make it right somehow. I have to.
Let's see. So, yeah. He hired you himself?
When the Templars caught me, they brought me to Denerim to await execution. Eventually, someone came to see me, alone. It was the Terran. I'd seen paintings of him, so I knew. I thought he'd have me executed right there. But he said I could make up for my crime. He said I will be helping the country.
And why are you so
Not
you're
that
gonna
I
make things
regret
right?
it. I've made a stupid mistake at the Circle, and now I've made an even greater one. I'm not a bad person. There's no reason for you to believe me, but I'm not. I have to make up for what I've done. I have to try. He only said that Al Eamon was dangerous to the nation. Why wouldn't I believe Terran Logain? Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training.
Connor? A mage? I can't believe it.
She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
Yeah, well, perhaps her son's
I thought that
responsible.
too. Connor has little knowledge of magic, but he may have done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
Alright, I think I
I
understand.
never meant for it to end like this. I swear. Let me help you fix this.
I say kill the mage. He cannot be trusted.
He doesn't need to die, surely.
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Hey, let's not forget he's a blood mage. You can't just set a blood mage free.
Better to slay him. Better to punish him for his choices. Is this Alistair who speaks, or the Templar?
I'd say it's common sense. We don't even know the whole story yet.
Give me a chance, please.
I've never had, like, everyone have a different viewpoint on what to do about this guy. Yeah, how are you gonna make things right?
Well, I tried to save anyone still up there. There must be something I can do. I'm glad you
Commendable,
think so.
if it's true.
So what now?
Yeah, I'll just...
Then I will wait. If you change your mind, I will be here.
Cool. Blood magic, the forbidden school. Foul and corrupt are you who have taken my gift and turned it against my children. Transfigurations 18:10. The ancient Teventers did not originally consider blood magic a school of its own. Rather, they saw it as a means to achieve greater power in any school of magic. The name, of course, refers to the fact that the magic of this type uses life, specifically in the form of blood, instead of mana. It was common practice at one time for Magister to keep a number of slaves on hand so that, should he undertake the working of a spell that was physically beyond his abilities, he could use the blood of his slaves to bolster the casting. Over time, however, the Imperium discovered types of spells that could only be worked by blood. Although lyrium will allow a mage to send his conscious mind into the Fade, blood would allow him to find the sleeping minds of others, view their dreams, and even influence or dominate their thoughts. Just as treacherous, blood magic allows the veil to be opened completely so that demons may physically pass through it into our world. The rise of the Chant of Light and the subsequent fall of the Old Imperium has led to blood magic being all but stamped out, as it should be, for it poses nearly as great a danger to those who would practice it as to the world at large. The Four Schools, a treatise by First Enchanter Josephus, and apostates. It is not uncommon for the neophyte to mistake apostates and maleficarum as one and the same. Indeed, the Chantry has gone to great lengths over the centuries to establish that this is so. The truth, however, is that while an apostate is often a maleficar, he need not be so. A maleficar is a mage who employs forbidden knowledge such as blood magic and the summoning of demons, whereas an apostate is merely any mage who does not fall under the auspices of the Circle of Magi, and therefore the Chantry. They are hunted by the Templars, and quite often they will turn to forbidden knowledge in order to survive. But it would be a lie to say that all apostates begin that way. Historically, apostates become such in one of two ways. They are either mages who have escaped from the Circle, or mages who were never part of it to begin with. This latter category includes what we tend to refer to as hedge mages, those with magical ability out in the hinterlands who follow a different magical tradition than our own. Some of these hedge mages are not even aware of their nature. Underdeveloped, their abilities can express themselves in a variety of ways, which the hedge mage might attribute to faith or will, or to another being entirely, depending on his nature. Some of these traditions are passed down from generation to generation, as with the so-called witches of the Chase and Wilders or the shamans of the Avar barbarians. No matter how a mage has become apostate, the Chantry treats them alike. Templars begin a systemic hunt to bring the apostate to justice. In almost all cases, justice is the execution. If there is some overriding reason the mage should live, the right of tranquility is employed instead. Whether we of the Circle of Magi believe this system fair is irrelevant, it is what it is. Patterns Within Form by Halden, First Enchanter of Starkhaven, 880 Blessed. Okay. Well. Do a little save. Nice. And these bodies are all going to get up. Note. I hope whoever finds this can read it. I hate the thought that my last words might be used as kindling or make or forbid to wipe someone's bum, but that's happenstance for you, I suppose. My name is Brannan. I was born in Rainsphere. I grew apples, once upon a time. When the Arlesians came to demand I bow to their emperor, I turned them away. They set fire to my orchards, to my house too, but I didn't care. I stood and watched them burn. Trees die eventually, houses fall, but my honor can be lost only if I let it. They came back a week later and demanded that I swear an oath. This time, when I refused, they clapped me in irons. Now I'm here, and I'll die in this place. It seems a foolish thing to die for, doesn't it? I could have said a few words and rebuilt my home, gone on with my life as if nothing had changed. 100 generations of my family have lived and died on that land, and I won't be the one to trade our family honor for apples. Whoever you are, whatever they've brought you here for, if you leave this place, I hope you'll go to Rainsphere. There's no living remnant of us left there, but you'll find my family all the same. We're stamped onto the earth, we're in the wind that rustles the trees. Tell my family how I died, and I promise you they'll hear. Brannan. Now they get up. This would go a lot better if I was flanking. Bones. Right, pop up to the main floor. Nice little autosave. Okay, hold on. Gonna be right back. Okay. Back to business. Do. Yep, okay. Had one of the WNBA playoff games on. Connecticut Sun one, also the Liberty one. Okay. Well, this is actually an alright room, so we'll do we'll save. You know what? Hold on. I just want to check the audio real quick. Okay. I wasn't sure if the settings were going to stay the same or not. But they do, so that's great. Let me go ahead, summon my wolf. And that's why, because it's just a matter of time. Excuse me.
Naturally.
Into the armory. Oh, I forgot. Our inventory is full. I was like, wait, I can actually probably wear some of these. Okay. I'll wear something. Oh, there you go. Sure, I'll take that. Look, it's Mickey Mouse.
Uh-oh.
Nothing on them. Oh, nice. Shades. Oh, I forgot. That has no effect on them.
Very well. I shall do it.
Let's go, girl. Heal. Very well. Shit, I missed. Freaking missed.
Yes?
Here I am.
This guy. Didn't even hit him. Prophet born. Let's do that stunning blows. History of the Chantry, Chapter 2. When the prophet Andraste and her husband Mephrath arrived at the head of the barbarian horde, southern Deventer was thrown into chaos. The Imperium had defended against invasions in the past, but now they stood without the protection of their gods, and their army in tatters and their country devastated by the blight. Many felt that the timing of the invasion was yet another of the Maker's miracles in Andraste's campaign to spread his divine word. Andraste was more than simply the wife of a warlord. After all, she was also the betrothed of the Maker. Enraptured by the melodic sound of her voice, as she sang to the heavens for guidance, the Maker himself appeared to Andraste and proposed that she come with him, leaving behind the flawed world of humanity. In her wisdom, Andraste pleaded with the Maker to return to his people and create paradise in the world of men. The Maker agreed, but only if all the world would turn away from the worship of false gods and accept the Maker's divine commandments. Armed with the knowledge of the one true God, Andraste began the exalted march into the weakened Imperium. One of the Maker's commandments, that magic should serve man rather than rule over him, was as honey to the souls of the downtrodden of Deventer, who lived under the thumbs of the Magisters. Word of Andraste's exalted march, of her miracles and military successes, spread far and wide. Those in the Imperium who felt the old gods had abandoned them eagerly listened to the words of the Maker. Those throngs of restless citizens that destroyed temples now did so in the name of the Maker and his prophet, Andraste. As Mephrath's armies conquered the lands of southern Deventer, so did Andraste's words conquer hearts. It is said that the Maker smiled on the world at the Battle of Valerian Fields, in which the forces of Mephrath challenged and defeated the greatest army Deventer could muster. The southern reaches of the mighty Imperium now lay at the mercy of the barbarians. Faith in the Maker, bolstered by such miracles, threatened to shake the foundation of the Imperium apart. Of course, the human heart is more powerful than the greatest weapon when wounded. It is capable of the blackest deeds. Tales of the Destruction of Thedas by Brother Genetivi. Okay, that's like 4 or 5 books. Okay. Take a little stop at the fireplace. Guarding. Oh no, I died. Oh, I forgot that.
I have silenced.
I can hear the dogs. Whoa. There we go.
We're on our way.
Just not gonna wait for that.
This reminds me of that time. Not happening.
Bring it back. Okay. Nothing.
Trap. So simple to see, really.
Really? Where is it? Oh, over there. Okay. Oh no. Why did I think these doggies were going to be on our side? Can I make any bombs? I can't. I can't. There we go. Stun. Owie, owie, ow, ow. Oh, thanks, guys. Oh, black leather collar. Gonna return this to our dog. Oh, right, I forgot. I don't really know what's better. We'll just keep them both for now. Those can go away. Okay. I think realistically we could probably just like come back here and get this stuff, but not the prettiest save, but just in case.
Never expects creatures like those, really. Oh, right. You cannot win! Really?
Hey guys. Alright. Nice work, team. Oh yeah. We really need this corpse skull. I forgot for what. I think just like a mission, but of course that door's locked. I think that goes where we want to go. Get stuff from there. Oh, there's Valena. Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Valena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
Smith's
You know
daughter.
my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
Yeah, I mean, there's a tunnel leading out.
The monsters! I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
Excuse me.
Huh.
Damn. There's so many of them in there. Saved by the ham. Alright. Oh, yep, that's fine. The silver rings don't do anything anyway, so. Okay. Yep. Gotta go through the basement, and then I think that takes us to the courtyard.
Success.
Alright, iron rings also don't do anything. Don't really need that. Okay. Oh. A collection of no. My darling Reginald, I burn for you, and because of you, please use the enclosed tincture of our love, if our love is to endure. Sorry. Okay, right out to the courtyard then. Very well. Okay. Now. Oh, let's just wait for the wolf to be prepared. Just a few more seconds. Just a few more seconds. Gosh, is this... Do we have to fight a revenant out here, or is that later? I really hope it's later. Okay. I'll go over here first. Oh my. Yep, there is a revenant. There he is. I can't get over there. Wow, that goes so much better if you open the gate. Yeah, I think think my problem is I started playing this game so much that I was like, oh, I can just skip most of the dialogue, right? No. No, because normally I come out here and just like have to do it multiple times. No, look at that. These blokes came in to help.
You have opened the gates. That is good. My men and I are eager to see our Arl again. Shall we enter the main hall together? It must be held if we are to regain control of the castle.
Give me one
As you
more
wish.
first.
We will hope.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, really? What now? There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna check over here real quick. Okay. That's from Malabari.
What is the situation? Shall we go to the hall with...
Yes, let's go to the hall together.
Let us go now then, and see what awaits us there.
I've never had them come in with me, so I'm not really sure how this is gonna go down.
So these are our visitors. The ones you told me about, Mother.
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers. The ones I sent to reclaim my village.
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is an elf, Connor. You've seen elves before. We have them here in the castle.
Oh, I remember. I had their ears cut off and fed to the dogs. The dogs chewed for hours. Shall I send it to the kennels, Mother?
Connor, I beg you. Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Maker's breath. What has happened here?
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He is not responsible for what he does.
So he is the evil force you spoke of.
Don't say that!
So, the boy has become an abomination and sundered the veil.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned Demon. He started all this. He summoned this demon. Connor was just trying to help his father.
And made a deal with the demon to do so? Foolish child.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This woman will have the audience she seeks. Tell us, woman, what have you come here for?
Yeah, I came here to help if I
me?
could.
To help Father? To help yourself? Which?
Yeah, to help the people
I
who've
was
terrorized.
just having fun. Everyone else had fun too. Are you having fun, Uncle?
Marmalade!
You see? We're having
Marmalade.
fun. I think you're just trying to spoil things. What do you think, Mother? I think it's threatening me.
I don't think...
Of course you don't. Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull. I crave excitement and action. This woman spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village. And now, she'll repay me.
Oh no. Jeez.
Tegan. Oh, Tegan. Are you all right?
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. The fool I am. Please. Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
You knew about this all along.
Yes. I didn't tell you because I believed we could help him. I still do.
Clearly the child is an abomination. There is only one way to stop it.
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please. I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
Yeah, well... What
I
are our
wouldn't
options?
normally suggest slaying a child, but he's an abomination. I'm not sure there's any choice.
No? What about the mage? He could know something of this demon? If he still lives, we could speak to him.
Yeah, he's down in the
Then we should
dungeon,
bring
still
him here
alive.
immediately. I do not know how much we can trust him. But we must find out what he knows. Tegan, could you find him?
I will try. Though if he resists, I will not hesitate to kill him. I'll return shortly.
You're lucky to be alive, Jao. After all you've done.
I didn't summon any demon, Lady Isolde. But I did poison the owl, and that started all this. I'm willing to help if you'll let me. The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade, without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically. The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt, and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages. But I have... blood magic.
And what
Lyrium
difference does that
provides the
make?
power for the ritual, but I can take that power from someone's life energy. This ritual requires a lot of it, however. All of it, in fact.
So, someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option.
Yeah, I mean, is there no other
Power has
method?
to come from somewhere, and that means either lyrium or blood.
Then let it be my blood. I will be the sacrifice.
What? Isolde, are you mad? Eamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
Blood magic. How can more evil be of any help here? Two wrongs don't make a right.
It does seem like a sensible choice, with a willing participant.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
It It's up to you, my friend. You know more about such things than I do, and it's your companion going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
Yeah, there must be
You can
another way
find
to enter
Lyrium
the
and more
Fade.
mages at the Circle of Magi, if they would even do it.
It's not far from here.
That is an excellent point. One of the treaties is also for the Circle of Magi, after all.
The tower is about a day's journey across the lake. You could attempt to get the mages' help.
But what will happen here? Connor will not remain passive forever.
Yeah, I'll
Very
take
well.
that chance.
I will keep Jowan here as a precaution. He says he wants to help, so he will keep an eye on Connor with us. Go to the tower quickly, then. The longer you are away, the greater the chances of disaster.
All right. Magic. That to go with this. Okay. That's what we got in here.
Are you deaf?
Oh, okay, just kidding. Okay, there's nothing in here. But I think we'll fight the suits of armor if we come in here. I don't know. Yep. Gosh dang, I knew without my wolf.
On it.
Saving the day. Shall we?
Oh, hey, those other guys came in and helped. That's good. Oh golly. Oh no, we're out of potions. Book. The geography of Thedas. First, Connor Garin. I feel like I'm sleeping, but I guess I'm not. While most of the bands and Arls of Ferelden cart their children with them to the Landsmeet in interest of eventually marrying them off, Connor has spent his entire life at Redcliffe, and it's hardly surprising. The child possessed the gift of magic. By law, he should have been taken to the Circle of Magi at the first sign, abdicating his claim to Redcliffe. Instead, the boy was kept out of public view and his magic hushed up, with disastrous results. All magens are beacons that attract the attention of fate spirits. Because of this, they are trained and tested by the Circle to ensure that they can withstand attacks from malevolent fade creatures that seek entry into the waking world. Untrained Connor drew the attention of a powerful demon that tore the veil asunder. The Kingdom of Ferelden is the southernmost civilized nation in Thedas, although some scholars dispute that claim to civilization. It is perhaps the most physically isolated of all the kingdoms of Thedas. To the east is the Amaranthine Ocean, to the north the Waking Sea, and to the south the Kokari Wilds, which in the summer months are a vast peat bog, and in the winter become a treacherous labyrinth of iced-over waterways. The Frostback Mountains guard the western border, and only a narrow plain between the mountains and the sea allows travel between Ferelden and Orlais. Most of the land in the central portion of the kingdom, called the Banner, is open plains. These are crossed by the remnants of an ancient Tevinter highway that once connected Val Royeal with Ostagar. On the edge of the Kokari Wilds, the western part of Ferelden is dominated by Lake Callanhead, a huge caldera filled by the runoff of glaciers from nearby mountains. Lake Callanhead is home to the famed fortress of Redcliffe, as well as the Circle Tower, which houses Ferelden's Circle of Magi. In the east is the vast Brazilian forest, which the superstitious locals profess to be haunted, and from which rises the Dragon's Peak, a solitary mountain that guards the capital of Denerim. Pursuit of Knowledge, Brother Genetivi. And Revenant, yes, of course. An entire unit of men, all slain by one creature. I didn't believe it at first, your perfection, but it appears that this is so. We have a survivor, and while at first I thought his ranting's pure exaggeration, it appears to be no simple skeleton. The descriptions of the creature's abilities were eerily similar to those our brothers at Marnas Pel encountered almost a century ago. Men pulled through the air to skewer themselves on the creature's blade, an attack so quick that it was able to assault multiple opponents at once. No, your perfection, what we have here is indeed a revenant and nothing less. A letter to Divine Amara III, 571 Exalted. A revenant is a corpse possessed by a demon of pride or of desire, making it amongst the most powerful possessed opponents that one can face. Many possess spells, but most are armed and armored and prefer the use of their martial talents. They are weak against physical attacks, but regenerate quickly, and commonly use telekinesis to pull their opponents into range should they try to flee. Revenants also have the ability to strike multiple opponents surrounding them, stay at range if possible, and strike quickly. That is the only way to take such a creature down. Nice.
Moving on. And done.
I need those. Dang, okay. The Orlesian Empire. There are many lords and ladies in Val Royeal, and I mean this literally. Once the system of noble titles in Orlais was labyrinthine, there were barons and baronesses and baronets and sir barons and a horde of others, each with its own origins and its own nuances of comparison. The Orlesian aristocracy is ancient and much given to competition. All the nobility play the grand game, as it is known, whether they wish to or not. It is a game of reputation and patronage, where moves are made with rumors and scandal is the chief weapon. No gentle game this, more blood has been drawn as a result of the grand game than any war the Orlesians have fought. Of this I am assured by almost every gentleman here. As far as titles went, everything changed with the coming Emperor Draken, who established the Orlesian Empire as it exists now, and who created the Chantry. There is no more venerated figure in Orlais. In Val Royeal, the statue of Draken stands as tall as the statue of Andraste. Draken determined that the grand game was tearing Orlais apart, so he abolished all titles beside his own, in Lord and Lady. I am told, with some twittering amusement, that this action did not end the grand game as Draken had intended. Now the lords and ladies collected unofficial titles rather than official ones, such as the Exalted Patron of Tassus Clay, or Uncle to the Champion of Trims. It is a headache to remember such titles, and one winces to think of poor doormen at the balls who must rattle them off as each guest enters the room. The aristocracy is different from Ferelden in other ways as well. The Orlesians' right to rule stems directly from the Maker. There exists neither the concept of rule by merit nor the slightest notion of rebellion. If one is not noble, one aspires to be, or at the least aspires to be in the good graces of a noble, and is ever watching for a way to enter the patronage of those better placed in the grand game. And then there are masks. And the cosmetics. I have not seen so much paint since the kennels at Highever, but that is another story. From Beyond the Frostbacks by Ban Tarek of West Hill, 920 Dragon. Okay, I think that's all in here. All right. Okay, a little save next to this painting. I saw it earlier in the cutscene. That's one thing I like in Dragon Age Inquisition is all the paintings. I'm pretty sure this exact one is in there. I'm wondering if it's the circle tower or if it's something else entirely. Did we open that yet? No, okay. No art in here. Callanhead docks. Oh, we're going the long way. Okay. Great.
Might be a nice pelt in it for us. Don't look now. Trap. So simple to see, really. Oh, right. Look now.
Oh no.
Saving the day.
Drink wine.
Done.
Where do I go?
Oh no. Oh, I didn't realize he was getting mauled.
Point me. You will not fear me.
Lots of wolf pelts. Everyone else just stay put for a second. Okay. Yep, okay.
Don't look now. Trap. So simple to see, really.
Anything else? No.
Don't look now.
Okay. Any others? Wolves frequent the area. Traps laid for wolves. Okay.
Yes.
Little messenger kit for you. And yeah, alright, let's get out of here. Okay, that ambush wasn't too bad. So over here.
We're coming here to see the mages, right?
Yes, get out of my way.
Oh, great. They just love me.
Yeah, I bet they do. Well, the music here sounds like something in the Mass Effect Citadel. Oh, hold on. Let's get a save.
They have an aversion to practicality or something?
Is that the Mobard? No, yep, it is. Okay. Alright,
You
deserter.
have some kind of problem.
Yes.
Oh? What was this about?
You stole
I worried
supplies.
this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
Be wary.
Which one
Why not?
And I'm off.
Very unnecessary, but oh well. Right. Great work, team. Have room or the need for that stuff.
Wow, I've never seen one of you knife ears dressed like the King
Wow.
of Ferelden before.
Rude.
You made good for yourself, eh?
Yes,
don't
I
mean
made
no
good.
offense. I know I shoot my mouth off. I'm just not used to your kind, trussed up all fancy.
Yeah, alright. Just tell me how I can get to the
Don't hold
tower.
your breath. No one's been allowed to cross the lake for days. I'm the ferryman. Leastwise, I used to be. Poor old Kester. Out of a job.
So
Gregor
I
just
can't
came
get
down and
across.
said, "Don't you worry, Kester. We got it all under control, we do." Didn't say nothing else. And then he puts Carol in charge of my boat. Lissy. Named for my grandmum, she was.
Okay, who's
He's
Gregor?
Knight Commander of the Templars up in the tower. Good man.
So there's
You
just
could
no way
try
for me to get
swimming,
there?
but I don't recommend it. Nasty things in that lake. I reckon it's all them potions they dump in there. Gregor's told me to stay here till it blows over, but I'm telling you, some storms don't blow over easy.
Alright, well, thank you
You're too
for your help.
kind. Your type don't usually give my type the time of day.
Okay.
You're the Grey Warden, aren't you? Exactly who I was hoping to meet. I represent a collective of mages interested in going about their lives without the constant scrutiny of the Chantry.
And how
Next
can I
to
help?
me, and in every major settlement, you will find an inconspicuous sack containing requests from mages all over the land who need the assistance of someone skillful and discreet. Thank
Take
you,
a
my
look at these
friend.
requests.
We have agents in every major settlement to reward you for work done on behalf of the collective. Make us smile upon you.
Some of that elf fruit. Okay, let's see. Bristling Forest. Okay, just making sure none of these things are in Lothering. 'Cause I'm gonna have to go there otherwise. Okay. Mages Collective. Despite the loyalist grasp on the Mages political community, many libertarians and equitarians have begun to see eye to eye with respect to the Chantry's role in mages' daily life. A growing number of mages, particularly those whose magic never strays from the Maker's mandate, feel the Chantry's constant oversight is a burden upon their creativity and their very will, and one that hinders their ability to do their work. These mages, along with a number of hedge wizards who work their arts outside the Chantry's influence, have formed a shadow guild of sorts, a mages collective, wherein members can submit requests and have them seen to without judgment. This collective manages to work in relative secrecy, their members discreet and their clients anonymous. As of yet, this collective has seen no sanction from the Templars, and there has been no sign that its members are practicing magic of which the Maker would not approve. Still, practicing magic outside of the influence of the Chantry is a dream for some and a dangerous notion for others. And many believe that it is only a matter of time before the veil of secrecy is lifted and the Mages Collective is brought to a swift and brutal justice. A treatise on magic and politics. First Enchanter Josephus. Okay, some sacks. Alright.
It's done, Nat.
Actually, take those you can, okay.
Good day.
Nope, nothing to deliver to you yet.
Good day, and welcome to the Spoiled Princess. Is there something I can get for you?
Yeah, I'll take a drink.
What would you like?
First, I'll sell all my junk. Okay. So one of those. Probably shouldn't have, but I will. Sure. I'll get more once I go inside. Okay. Pick up all this other stuff. And we'll sell that when we get inside.
You're not looking to get across to the tower, are you? Because I have strict orders not to let anyone pass.
But I'm a Grey Warden. I seek the assistance of the mages. Yep,
Yes.
there you go.
Oh, a Grey Warden seal. Aha! So you're claiming to be one of those. You know, I have some documents too. They say I'm the Queen of Antiva. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean...
Kill some darkspawn. Come on, let's see some righteous Grey Wardening.
Yeah.
Ugh, semantics. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you. Now, on your way, right now, go.
Yeah, your superior won't like that you've
Oh,
given me
really?
trouble.
You think Gregor would be upset with me for not letting you in? Wait, actually, he would. Good point.
We should try our best to avoid that,
He's the big guy
shouldn't we?
around here. I bet he could deal with one Grey Warden. Alleged Grey Warden. Well, you want that I should take you there now? Come
yeah.
along, I suppose.
And I want 2 men stationed within sight of the doors at all times. Do not open the doors without my express consent. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
The doors are barred. Are they keeping people out or in?
Now we wait and pray.
Yeah, you're
Who are
brother, I
you?
assume?
I explicitly told Carol not to bring anyone across the lake. We're dealing with a very delicate situation. You must leave for your own safety.
No, you have an obligation to the Grey
Grey
Wardens.
Warden's ceaseless need for men to fight the Darkspawn, but it is their right. You'll find no allies here. The Templars can spare no men, and the mages are indisposed. I shall speak plainly. The tower is no longer under our control. Abominations and demons stalk the tower's halls.
This is why we cut the tongues from mages in Parvolan.
I will
Damn.
admit to agreeing with your companion. Maker knows the Kunari would not have gotten themselves into this position.
Alright, what can I do to help?
I have sent word to Denerim, calling for reinforcements and the right of annulment.
The right of
The
annulment?
right of annulment gives Templars the authority to neutralize the Mage Circle. Completely.
The mages are probably already dead. Any abominations remaining in there must be dealt with, no matter what.
This situation is dire. There is no alternative. Everything in the tower must be destroyed so it can be made safe again.
Okay, the mages are not defenseless.
If
Some must
any
still be
are
alive.
The Maker himself has shielded them. No one could have survived those monstrous creatures. It is too painful to hope for survivors and find nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look for
I
survivors.
assure you, an abomination is a force to be reckoned with, and you will face more than one.
No. We'll go. I must try. It's the right
A word
thing
of
to
caution. Once you cross that threshold, there is no turning back. The great doors must remain barred. I will open them for no one until I have proof that it is safe. I will only believe it is over if the first enchanter stands before me and tells me it is so. If Irving has fallen, then the circle is lost and must be destroyed. May Andraste lend you her courage, whatever you decide.
All right. First Enchanter Irving. There's no higher office in the Circle Tower than that of the First Enchanter. With one who holds this title must only be an able administrator, but also a mentor, leader, and surrogate parent to all the mages of the tower. Irving has proven himself to be all these things with an added dose of cunning. Most apprentices know that little goes on in the tower that Irving does not know. He can soothe Templars angered by some children's magical pranks, and at the same time, he lauds the pranksters, and everyone walks away satisfied. Knight Commander Gregor. It is the innocent folk of Ferelden who matter. I would lay down my life and the life of any mage to protect them. Grim and taciturn, Gregor has been Knight Commander of the Templar forces stationed at the Circle Tower for so many years that hardly anyone except for the First Enchanter recalls that he is not simply part of the tower itself. My dearest Virginia Trueroyal, regarding bodice ripped, enclosed are 7 silver and my most heartfelt apologies for said bodice. I would blame the cold ocean spray, the loss of my favorite shirt, the bucking of the stallion, or perhaps the strain of maintaining all such elements while sitting for a portrait. But I was certainly not myself. I hope you will forgive me and not take it upon yourself to find your own determined way in this world. Yours, Sir Rival Grouseman. Anything else in here, so...
I wish this were over. We're running low on supplies, and I don't know how much longer we'll last.
Yeah, do you
We
need help?
need the abominations and demons out of this place, if that's what you mean. If you have anything to trade, that would be helpful too.
Alright, let's trade. One for now. Honestly, the free spawn would probably be better right now. Ooh. Backpack. Took all my money, but oh well. Okay, I did sell the fat loot. Oh well. So we don't really need that. Okay.
As I recall, shutting the door and throwing away the key was definitely the Templar Plan B.
This door, like a little demon face on it. Okay. That's it for now. And thank you for watching. We'll do the circle tower next.